And hello everyone, Jabber here. Welcome to episode 2 of our DAF inspired long play in Euro Truck Simulator 2. In our last episode, we did our first couple of deliveries. We got a little bit of money, but we're going to need to do a lot more quick jobs as we start slowly but surely expanding our Italian-based company. So on the job board here, we have some repeat trips from Rome and Naples, but I want to open a little bit of new territory. Now, a lot of these are over to this island over here west of the green dot, that is Sardinia, and I'm not so inclined to do that yet. But we do have this one here to Bari, and we're going to take that job. So, at the time of recording this video, a lot of things have happened in my life, and most of them are favorable. So let's get our lights on, and there we go. First and foremost, my personal life has definitely taken a major jump to the good. So, at the time that this video is released, I have entered into a wonderful courtship with someone, and things are going really, really well. Really, really well. So, I'm very, very encouraged by how that is going. Also, we have finished another successful season. Let's make sure no one's coming. With Full Tilt Virtual Motorsport. As Season 1 has concluded and the rain has come. And it's hilarious. If you are in iRacing, the rain is absolutely riotous. Full Tilt, we did a charity race to raise some money for real life. Racers in Sim. And it was an amazing experience. We fielded 2 cars. And I will tell you straight up, candidly, driving in the rain was fun and scary and absolutely mind-boggling. Because you touch a white line, you touch a curb, you are deader than a doornail. It just instantly kills you. So pretty exciting times. With regards to that. And spring is here in the Northern Hemisphere. So because spring is here, I always tend to be a little bit more perky when I start seeing the sunshine and the first little blooms have opened. Let's make sure we are obeying the speed limit here. So this is, I believe, a Renault that we're in for this quick job, and I do actually like this display a lot more than the other model, which I think is the older model. So I don't know if this is a T or something like that, but I definitely like these gauges. They're a lot easier to read and digest than the older model Renault that old school LCD almost reminds me of my days computing on compact computers in the late early to mid 90s as a high schooler. And so one of the things we're going to try to do in this long play, as the speed limit has gone up, so let us oblige it. get going. So we want to drive a lot of variety in this Longplay. See, that has a very nice sound to the Charter engine right there. I like that one, actually. And so, as we continue progressing and we get access to do special loads and heavy loads, hazmat, we're going to do a lot of those. We'll do the standard van line stuff and reefer stuff, but I want to really emphasize a lot of variety in our loads. The other thing too is we're not going to take a bank loan. We're going to grind all this out as the speed limit's gone up. So let's accelerate here a little bit. And we're going to really simulate, someone that has a CDL, starts life at a, mega carrier here in the States, and have them build their way to becoming an owner-operator, which at the time of recording, that specific job is under great threat due to the government regulation that has been proposed by President Biden of how independent work in general is viewed. And so the trucking industry is watching that very, very carefully. So, and yeah, it's that time for taxes. I got to sit down and do them this week. It's going to be very interesting because I get to claim head of household last year because of Team Mom. Team Mom is still getting integrated back in Tampa, and there's a lot of work ahead of her, both medically and physically. And I definitely miss her here at the house. But at the same time, that is the best situation for her. So I've already had some of you reach out to me through private message and Discord, etc., starting to tell me all the mods I should look at, and I am definitely going to be considering the addition of mods to enhance the trucking experience. I have a test profile that I'm testing right now already, kind of the first wave of mods. And then as we find ones that are stable and work the way that I want them to, we're going to integrate them through this Longplay. So, very excited to be doing this. And hope that all of you grow to enjoy it. So definitely feel free to interact, comment on the type of load combinations you want. Nothing is out of bounds. If you want to see silly things, we'll test it first, obviously, and if they work, do a video. That way. So, but yeah, pretty exciting times here in the spring of 2024 for me. Part of all the excitement, as I'm sure I am in the correct here, is the simple fact that I am probably going to be selling my house. It's a good time to sell where I live at. A lot of people are moving into Middle Tennessee, and I'm in a very good neighborhood for that. And so I'm definitely keen on, making hay while the sun doesn't. Oh, and of course the AI does that. Why are we not surprised? Why are we not surprised? So, definitely exciting times and change. And change is not easy. I don't know about you, but I admire people that can handle change and it seems like it's effortless. They can just go with the flow of things, and I struggle with that. And I think part of that is my background being in IT. Part of that is I work best with structure that's meaningful, and that I'm very linear in process. And so while I have great problem-solving skills, lots of change is just hard. It's just hard for me to handle. I'm wondering why this truck is pulling this load so easily. And it's because it's only 7 tons, so it's making this truck appear to be a very good machine when it's probably mid-range. So, and as aforementioned, even though we're going to be DAF oriented, we will drive all the different models of truck eventually in this long play. And we're definitely going to be focused on DAF. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do a fleet of DAF and then I'm the one that just drives a variety of trucks. So, and already we are 50K, so it's just over 30 miles from our drop. So I did also have a couple of messages asking about an American truck simulator version of this, and yes, it will be happening. Stay tuned. It will be happening. The question is going to be, working out that concept, because with that one, there is a mod out there that simulates very accurately a rookie truck driver, and we're definitely going to do that with a mega carrier. So I want to see if the mega carriers like Hirschbach, Snyder, Prime, Swift, Knight, and others, to see if there's mods and things like that. So that way we can actually do a career in ETS. And, if it takes off and is successful, to have some cross-pollination, because the trucking industry in the United States is so underappreciated. And just in general, trucking is very much a lifestyle, and especially for like the ATS part of it, it's going to kind of act as almost a love letter. My family has had some truckers in it. My Uncle Clarence was a trucker for quite a while, hauling a variety of things. So it's kind of my way of appreciating the sacrifices that the men and women do for us here in the United States, because the amount of material that we use trucks to move freight around is staggering here in the United States. We are very truck dependent in the United States to get pretty much everything. Our great frail network, while it does move a lot of material, the vast majority of it is trucks. So definitely something that I am thinking strongly about for ATS. And the other thing about ETS2 is it's a lot more relatable because I am an American by birth. So, looking forward to getting that Longplay started in relative short order. So, alright, we are here. So, this episode we're going to do this load, and we're going to do probably one more. I think 2 deliveries load to start until we build or fills up is prudent. And there we go. All right. And now we are still at level 1, but I think the next load we're going to do, let's see what we got for mail. As you see, driver's own equipment. And let's see what's an exciting job out of Bari. So we could go over and get to the Balkans, but I want to keep it in Italy. So we don't have many in Italy. So let's see what we have in Naples, and we really want to avoid Sardinia and Sicily. We want to stay on mainland Italy for this first part because, well, that's a little bit easier for an inexperienced. And now you see everybody wants to go over. So let's see what we got in Rome. Okay, we can go to Pescara. Drop some shock absorbers. I think we can do some shock absorbers. So let's take that job. And so in these early episodes, what we're going to try to do is do enough to get skill increase. Ooh, look at this dash. I like. This is a man truck, which I did consider. Let's see what our visibility is. Not bad. I like. I have never seen this dash before. I've seen a couple of the other MANs, the older instrument cluster, which I liked. It was decent. But I've never seen this one, and this is like very, very nice. I like it a lot. So we head out of our home base here in Rome. So I like analog clusters. I'm a big fan of analog clusters. In my new car I just got, which is stock standard Toyota Corolla, I like the fact that it has the speedo is at the center. It's an automatic. In the United States, you do not have a lot of cars that have stick shifts anymore. I think it's something like 90% plus of new cars are automatics. I really like this dash. This has pleasantly surprised me. So I think this might be the top of the line MAN. Let's see what we can do. It's a very nice info board. Okay, so a little bit. It's actually not bad for a truck. And MAN was the second manufacturer I considered for a Longplay, so it's nice to know that has been proven as sound thinking. As aforementioned, it's going to be a DAF playthrough just because of the American tie-ins. So I just like an old school speedo, an old school odometer, and an old school tachometer. So I like the analog dials. I don't like pure electronics where you just get a number. Now, in one of the DAFs, what they do is they have it digitally, but it's done in a way where it is analog accessible, which I like. And I want to say it's with the XF that has that. But yeah, I gotta admit, I'm kind of impressed by this instrument cluster, and that's very important to me. I like good ergonomics and aesthetics, and I like the Lion. That's kind of solid, not gonna lie. Let's slow down here a little bit because we were blitzing ourselves in here. So going through these toll gates, I may have mentioned it in the last episode, about 25 kilometers per hour is about as fast as you want to go. To make sure the gate comes up, otherwise you will damage your truck. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I think, even though I work in IT, it's given me a great life and great career. Sometimes too much technology is bad. A lot of people have asked me, what are my views about AI? And my view on it is, AI, yes, will disrupt the labor market, but people are misguessing how fast it will disrupt the labor market. Because it's going to be a very uneven disruption. So, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in future episodes, but the general theme I feel is work that is very repetitive, like accounting is very repetitive. Secretarial / clerical / administration stuff, like human resources, for example. The impact of AI is going to hit them a lot harder and a lot faster than people realize. However, like in my discipline within IT, it really depends on the skill set. Because AI is still quite primitive. People need to remember that. So, anyone that's saying in 3 to 5 years all heck is going to break loose, I openly question their credentials. Now, if they were to say, oh, look at that over there. That over there. Castles. Like that. That is a photo op over there. That's a photo icon over there. And I got to figure out how to take those photos. So if you know how to do that, drop a comment down below, and I will appreciate that very much. I openly question people that say in 3 years it's going to change. I don't think so. Because humans are still programming the AI. And there are still enough ethical questions out there where in certain applications, oh yeah, you're going to see, things that are iterative in nature. Absolutely. But otherwise, I think you're going to see a slow but steady, yet uneven adoption. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm really liking, because if you notice, the right dial talks about fuel economy. and it's smart enough to adjust the green bar for fuel economy. And eco driving is important because once you own your own truck, you got to pay your own fuel. Therefore, we're going to want to be thrifty because fuel cost is nuts here in the United States for diesel versus regular fuel. So, a lot of taxes put on diesel. So, let's set the cruise control. And so, yeah, I think, I've seen the new OpenAI, I think it's called Sarah, C-R-A, I think it's the name of it, memory serves. I see the potential, but you still got to have people knowing how to do the implementation, how to do the tuning, how to adjust other things. That is going to take a lot of time. It's just going to take a lot of time. So, for those out there that's wondering, what do you want to do with your life? I will tell you right now, if you are thinking about going into human resources, accounting, marketing, think very carefully about that. Because I think those are going to be, for me, I think that's the three main industries that come to mind. Tight fit through here. Actually, didn't do too bad just there. And I am very much a beginner in trucking, I still feel. I mean, I've played the game over 500 hours, and I still think I'm a ranked beginner, so. I think there's three big industries I alluded to. They are going to be among the first, because you have to understand from a company perspective, they want income generating things. HR is not income generating. Marketing is income generating, but it's an efficiency question. And then obviously anything clerical, secretarial, etc. The days of, the mouse, M-O-U-S, let's make sure we turn our signal on here. So we're going to Pescara. The days of a human getting salary from that may be starting to come to an end. Now, I think you're still going to have like executive assistants and things like that, because people are going to want the human touch. I think that specific skill set will still carry on a little bit longer. But if you look at like some of the sci-fi books, they talk about, e-assistants like this is a normal thing. See how tall 12th gear is. I'm barely pulling 1050 rev. I think that part will go, but your entry level and all that is going to be very, very hard. In HR, that is absolutely going to get wrecked, like recruiting, things like that. And so one of the very big challenges is, when you look at it from a social point of view, is who does that impact? And it's going to impact women, because they're in much higher percentages in those skill sets versus men. So it's definitely something to see how it develops. We're in 2024. Let's see what happens in 6 years. We get to 2030, and assuming that we haven't nuked each other out of existence, maybe, just maybe, we'll see this next revolution. I'm going to call it the AI revolution, and see how much it actually improves productivity. Because productivity, you can output more stuff. but that doesn't mean it's going to be better stuff. And that's something to keep in mind. So, let me know what you think about that. So, let's get through our toll gate here. So we got 24K, that's about 15 miles. And you see those extra gates way on the right? Those are where your special cargo and things are of. They go through those gates. So as we get along in the game, eventually we will do those. But we gotta kind of get the right equipment, things thereof for that. And Casino, very famous part of World War II. So, but yeah, let me know what you think about that. I could be dead wrong, but I just got a feeling, because I work in the industry and I see firsthand, and I do work for a mega corporation. And what they specialize in is very manual intensive. So the concept of automation is lucrative. But the question is, where are the pitfalls? So, alright, gotta. No speed limit change here. Good to know. Especially because there's a radar box right there. And discard discovered. So we've got 4 of our 27 Italian spots already discovered in this Longplay. So once we do Italy and all that, we'll have some skills. We're going to start doing some long distance runs. And I'm looking at Iberia as likely. We'll just wait for this truck to go by. I'm looking at Iberia as probably the next candidate because of achievements and things thereof. So we also need to be attentive to that here in Italy as well. So, all right, and we're here. Now, if memory serves, this is in the back, and it is. So definitely looking for trailers, like flatbed, cement mixers. We do have the heavy cargo and special cargo DLC already. But if you have some recommendations, let me know down below. Let's see here. We're going to get this in. Yes, we are. Cock that up. But there you go. That's life. Okay, so we've completed our job. And we do get a skill point. So let's see here. So, we have high value cargo. We can open fragile cargo. I think we're going to do that. Let's open some fragile cargo. Let's see what mail we got. And talking about special transports. So here's all the places, and there is an achievement where if you take a job from all of these places, and because there's routes you drive, you get it. I strongly doubt many have gotten that. But here in Italy, Cagliari, Naples, Palermo, that's in Sicily, and Verona. So, we'll end the video here for episode 2. If you like it, like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you follow both this channel and the sister channel on Twitch. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. God bless.